wish I had done my own makeup. Hello. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. You are the MVP for coming back. And if you are new here, thank you for coming through. Please subscribe and like this video, guys. Please, please, please. So today, sizofunda a makeup. I'm doing this beginner makeup by a beginner because I don't know if you would have noticed on my socials or when I do my makeup, I hardly ever do eyeshadow. Not because I don't like it, because iyangihlula. But you know what? I'm gonna start learning. I will commit myself to learning every now and then and try to record it for you guys. And then you get to see my progress. And I hope you'll be learning with me if you're also a beginner. Let's go through this together. Today, I've just gone in with my moisturizer and my sunscreen. I didn't go through with many of my other skin products, so because I still want to mattify my face. I'm a combination to oily skin, so the only time I don't like my combination to oily skin is when I have to wear makeup. When I have to wear makeup, I try to make my face as matte as possible. Matte meaning but still you want to be moisturized, right? Don't just go in with your matte products. Also moisturize your face, hydrate your face with certain products. So let's get started. Also, last week I attended a Mother's Day event where I won tickets through NPL. We went there, so we were catered for, me and my friend, where they did our makeup and our hair. I'm gonna show you here how I look like. I looked good, but yeah, it's not my kind of makeup I would go for. This is a video to that makeup look. How I would have loved my face to look like, my features to be accentuated. I wish I had done my own makeup and my own hair. I wish I had done my own hair. But nonetheless, it was a great event. Please check out my socials on Instagram or TikTok to see the highlights of the event. I posted it on Instagram and on TikTok. Let's get started. So I'm using a translucent powder by LA Girl. You can use any brand. Just started by mattifying the eyebrows so that I can draw. The line is more visible. When you powder your brows first, you get rid of any oil. So you follow your shape of your brows. Yeah. I'm trying not to be too creative, and then do upward strokes lightly, and then a little curve on the arch going down, and then brush the brows, go in with the concealer. I'm using a MAC concealer. And then I prefer to take the product somewhere and pick it up with the brush, a flat brush. So I'm gonna go in, but I won't conceal the front of the brows with the concealer. I will start mid-section, as you can see there, sort of mid-section. The front part, I'm leaving it for my foundation color. Yeah, we don't conceal all the way from the corner of your brow. Yeah, it makes it look more subtle. Yeah, more subtle. So blend in that concealer and then clean it up with the brush by blending a bit more. Blend, blend, blend. So now I'm going in with my foundation color in the inner corner. As you can see, I'll also use this foundation on top of my brows. So blend in that concealer and your foundation together. You must try by all means not to leave a visible line that shows ukuthi i-concealer iphelelaphi, i-foundation iqalaphi. Now I'm going in at the top of the brows with the foundation shade to clean the brows nicely. And I take my time. I'm using the sellotapes on my outer corners to help me guide my eyeshadow. Well, I thought it was going to. Then go in with the eyeshadow primer by Essence. If you don't have eyeshadow primer, you can use the lightest shade of concealer, your lighter shade of concealer. And then now we get into business. Decided to go for a neutral-ish subtle look. Started with a light brownish peachy tone. Blend. This is what blender today. You can see a blender. It's going well so far. I'm happy with my progress. And then I wasn't sure which color to go for, orange or that brown bronzy look. Decided for the brown bronzy look, and just pack in the product with the eyeshadow brush. Pack it in, pat, and go in again with that brush that I put the brownish shade to blend in the two colors together, like there's no harsh line. I then went in with a black eyeshadow to create a sort of smoky cat eye look, and it didn't come out the way I wanted, but I tried shape. So now I went in with the light color of powder, that one, to highlight the arch of my brows. We are done cleaning up the under eye. I'm gonna go in with my skin prep now. So I'm using this Omaricode primer. I don't know why I thought it was facing this side. It's a hydrating primer. I got it from this Nigerian makeup artist that sells Nigerian makeup products. They are great. Then went in with the mattifying primer by Wet n Wild. And then went in with the Omaricode again, mattifying setting spray. It has all control. I told you I want to mattify this face. Having fun in between. So today I chose to use the Estee Lauder foundation. The shade Deep Spice. My shades change with season. Yeah. So for now the Deep Spice works. Dab in the product. You want the product to sit nicely, so I go in everywhere. Go in, pack in the product, pack it in everywhere. I love it. It just sits nicely on my skin. Don't forget the neck, ladies. So now I'm going in with this concealer palette from my favorite Nigerian makeup products. That one is by Becharm. So I took the darker shade for contouring, packing the product where I want to contour. I feel like it's not dark enough, so I go in with the darker shade from LA Girl, although I feel it's too dark. So I just put a bit and then start blending with the foundation brush. I start packing the product in while trying to blend at the same time. Yes, so the forehead, you do it downwards, and then I go in with the blending sponge to blend in the product. It helps. I like to start with the brush. As you can see here, I'm starting with the brush as well. Then go in with the sponge. Here I'm using a smaller sponge. It helps on my nose. Now going with the orange shade. Some people use it for color correction. Before you put your foundation, you use it for color correction. I'm using it as my blush at my high points. Yeah, by my cheeks. And then we're gonna start blending using the beauty blender. I try to use different blenders for the contour, for the concealer, for the blush. It helps. So I'll blend it in, go upward as well. And then now I'm going in with the beauty blender that I used for contouring to blend in the products. You want the products to be married. They mustn't be separated. So now going in with my MAC concealer that I used at the start of the video, during the inner corners and the outer corners of my eye, I'm placing it there, right? Placing it there, and the bridge of my nose, and there by my forehead. I try to keep it low and not go too high, same as the chin, just a dot nyana. And then under my contour, go in with the setting spray by MAC for that dewiness. Let it sit for a few minutes and then go in with my concealer brush, blend it in. I try not to move the product too much. Keep the product there and slightly move the brush to the outer corner. Keeping the product in place. Blend everywhere. That's what I'm going to do. Everywhere where I applied concealer, that's how I'm going to blend with precision. And I try to be not to be too heavy-handed, because when you are too heavy-handed, you're gonna move the product. You can even erase the product. You don't want that. So blending the chin as well, and then the below. Wow, it's lungu. Hey, now we are born ashamed. Now I'm using the beauty blender. Remember, I told you I like to use the brush, then go in with the beauty blender. I'm using the beauty blender on top now to blend in the product. I want the product to be married with the rest of the products that I already applied, and it works. It works for me. So blend. And I try to be quick so that it's not too dry. You don't want the product to be too dry. Now you can't even blend it in. And your sponge mustn't be dry as well. It must be a bit damp. Not wet, damp. You can either wet it with water just a bit, or use a setting spray to spray the blender brush. No, the blender sponge. Yeah. Going in there with the under eye, careful not to make my eyes teary, because I do that a lot and you don't want that to happen. And again, you must be patient. You must blend your life away. Think about your problems or whatever you're grateful for. Yeah, this is therapy. You get to think about and reflect about your life while you blend your life away. That's how the makeup comes out. Mwah. Okay, not forgetting the nose as well. And then the lower cheek. Is it the lower cheek? Yo, guys, and why am I speaking English all through the video? Yo. So also blend lapho, blend until ubona ukuthi no man, ngathi sekurayt. I'm gonna be satisfied, so I'm continuing to blend, continuing until I'm satisfied. Now I go in with that foundation brush to blend in the products together, to marry the products. Go back again on the nose to marry the product with the concealer that you just put. Now going in with my powder palette that I bought again from my Nike sisters. Going in with that color, pat in the product using the triangle sponge. It helps to put the product nicely. Pat it in before I go in with the setting powder. I prefer to go in with the powder itself, face powder. pat in everywhere where I concealed. Where I concealed, I go in, and then by the nose I use a brush to pat in the product nicely. And then now I'm going to clean that product, but I'm not wiping it out. I'm just making it sit while I clean excess powder. Going in everywhere, making sure everything is well put. Everything is well put everywhere. Forehead, chin, under eye, there by the cheek. Everywhere. I make sure that I go through it thoroughly. That's why when you're in a hurry, sometimes this full makeup, you can't really do it. Now I'm going in with the lighter powder shade by my inner corners, just to highlight a bit. I love me a bright under eye. Dust it off. Now going in with these 2 shades to contour my face, where we used the cream contour. Cream contour is that contour that we applied. So we're going in where we applied the darker shade. We're going in with the darker powder. You understand? So we contour my face, honey. We're bringing warmth back into my face because I was already looking too light. So for us to intersect that, we're going to contour with a dark shade, bring back the warmth, and you can already see it. I see it. Yeah. Do it everywhere and be patient, darling. If you feel it's not enough, go back again. Put product and go back again, sweetie. So now I'm following up with the nose with a smaller brush, right? Going through the same process. Contour, blend. And you also want to do the inner brow. Your brush must go in just a bit right there. Yes, it just brings warmth as well to the nose. It brings the nose in front. Yes, so continue blending that in. Blend. And then I like to go in again with the darker shade, the darker shade only by the inner brow, to accentuate the bridge of my nose more. It makes it pop, as you can see. Now I'm going in with the orange color, which will be my blush shade, going where I placed the cream blush. Where I placed the orange shade earlier, I'm going right there. Pat in the product. If you feel it's not enough, you go back again. You do it, honey, until you see the results you want. So I'm going in with that again and again. Don't be afraid to go all the way up there. Yeah, you want that blush to go all the way up there. We don't only do the cheeks anymore. And then I blend in with my clean brush to marry the products. Now I go in with the translucent powder in my inner corners. Right, I don't know if this method works, but I like to use this. I go in with the translucent and then follow up with the Merak powder in the shade Cinnamon. I also got it again from my Niger sisters. I'll put in their names where you can find them on Instagram and order from them. One of them is in Midrand, the other is in Kempton Park. The other one, I'm not sure where they are, but all of them you can order online and they deliver to you. So I'm going in with that setting powder where I concealed, right? Where I concealed. And then while that sits in, I'm going in with my face powder by Mac to brush, to put in the powder where I didn't conceal, I didn't contour. Just a bit, just go in there with my color shade, Go in with my color shade just in those areas. And then for my smile lines, it kind of helps. I just put in the translucent powder just a bit while I brush up and clean up my face. Clean up that setting powder because I wasn't baking, I was just setting. Clean it up and then clean up that translucent powder as well. So I just want to do my under eye before I clean up my under eye, right? So this helps that when I do the eyeshadow on my under eye, if the product falls, it falls on that powder that I'm gonna sweep off. And then I'm doing the inner corners with the lighter shade, goldish, that you can't visibly see, but I saw it. Yeah, we will get there. We will get there. Now I'm done. I'm cleaning up that under eye. I'm cleaning it up. We have set our under eye, and already we are looking scrumptious. I'm so happy. We are looking like this is what I sort of wanted. Like, don't change my skin tone, skin color too much. Yes, give me that under eye, that golden look, but don't change me too much, bro. Anyway, now I'm going in back again on the nose, right, to blend in a bit, and then go in with the black liner. Now go in with the highlighter from Merak, highlighting, placing it on top of that blush, right? Brush, 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 put that in. Oh, look at that. Look at that. And then I dust off the product by my nose. I don't place it, I just dust it off. And then now I'm blending that in with a clean brush to marry the products. Go in with my setting spray. Oh, I love it. I can go in 3 times even. And then I go in with my Solid Pro setting spray. This one, it makes sure your product stays. It stays. Even if you hug someone, the product doesn't transfer. And then now let's fix my hair. I've already started unraveling my bantu knots, so I wanted to show you how I do it. So yeah, oil on my hair, and then when I do that, I try not to separate it too much. I separate my curls. I separate, and yet I still keep it as it is. Separate, but not too much. The ends, but I try to separate the roots nicely, as you can see. Oh, guys, you can't tell me that our hair is not magical. Our hair is magical. Look at that. Oh, love it. Before I forget, I'm going in with my mascara by Essence. Just a bit. I was already running late, so I didn't put in my eyelashes on this day. I only did my mascara. And you know what? Sometimes a mascara look eats. Pick me up later. And I found this stain while I was ironing you. I was like, I wasn't going to change my outfit. I wasn't going to. Anyway, I felt beautiful. Oh, like a little kid. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe and like my video. Mwah, 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 mwah.